What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you check out all the links in the description below. So, will Pokemon Legends ZA be coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 since it was announced and we have a release date and it's coming out in fall 2025 this year. So, it might be coming out in November 2025, Pokemon Legends ZA. When they come out with a Pokemon game, they say they might release it in November 2025. They release Pokemon games every fall in every other year. But now Nintendo has finally bringing back some Pokemon games for the Nintendo Switch, but definitely they're finally releasing more Pokemon games for the Switch. Probably there's not a lot of games releasing this year because the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out this year and I'm excited for the Switch 2. But here we go. The Switch 2 will definitely be one of my favorite consoles to play on, just like the Nintendo Switch. The Switch had a lot of great games. Just to say right now, the Nintendo Switch has games. And it makes a lot of sense though. Thought it was a joke, but Nintendo Switch has games, to be honest with you guys. But you always like consoles that have games. And I do too, to be honest. But right now, I think Pokemon Legends ZA might come to the Nintendo Switch, but we might have newer Pokemon games for the Nintendo Switch too. Apparently you could play it on the Switch 2, and I bet it might support backwards compatibility. I might talk about this in my next video. Will some of the video game remakes support 120 frames per second, and will it support backwards compatibility? Because I know Breath of the Wild can support backwards compatibility. The Nintendo Switch games like Zelda Breath of the Wild could support 120 frames per second and support backwards compatibility, Breath of the Wild. Some other video games, they do support backwards compatibility, and some games don't support backwards compatibility. But there are some games that do support 120 frames per second, and some other games don't run 120 frames per second. And that's okay because we see Nintendo probably seeing the edits of how the gameplay is going to look like on the Switch 2, but Mario Kart 9, we know what it's going to look like for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's kind of rumored that they're going to work on Mario Kart 9 for the Nintendo Switch 2, apparently. And I'm kind of excited about that. Mario Kart 9 for the Nintendo Switch 2. Let me know if you guys are excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. We have 18 days until the Switch 2 Direct, and I'm super excited about what the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to look like. And I'm definitely excited, though, because the Nintendo Switch 2, the whole console itself looks just a lot like the Nintendo Switch OLED. If you see the dock, though, it looks kind of like the Switch OLED dock. But then Nintendo has the Switch 2 reveal. It's kind of like with the Nintendo Switch OLED, but except it's compared to the Switch OLED, but except you have to detach the Joy-Cons magnetically instead of attaching them itself. But then Nintendo is deciding to add in some features for the Switch 2. And I'm pretty sure, though, Nintendo could handle this job. But pretty much, though, I think Nintendo would compare the Switch 2 to any other Nintendo Switch consoles. The pricing will be $400. The same with the Nintendo Switch OLED and the Nintendo Switch. But the Switch Lite costs only $300, which is cheap, and it's good for starters who have the Nintendo Switch, who doesn't own a Switch yet, though. But I already have a Switch, and I got it back in 2017 and Christmas. So yeah, I think that's what we have, and I'm hoping we'll see some Pokemon games for the Nintendo Switch 2. So I think this will wrap it up here for today's video. I really hope you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!